And if you see it coming my way, better get better.
What are you doing?
I don't know, just keep going.
Welcome back to You all set?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Welcome back to Beards on Gaming, everyone.
Hi, we're tired.
Today is our end of the year special. Yay!
Woo!
We're going to do our top 5...
I can't believe it's been 10 years since we started. Go ahead.
It's episode 14, I think.
We only did a episode a year. That's how you've been releasing these, right?
Yeah, that's how I've been releasing these. We're doing a top 5 games for 2018.
Yay!
Which, when I looked over the games for 2018, I was very depressed.
Yeah, I wasn't. I have a lot of shit that came out this year.
I didn't.
So we slightly agonized over this in that whether we wanted to do a list for the show, as in a combined list of both our games of the years that we mentioned beforehand, versus an independent list in which you would do your 5, mine, 4, etc., etc.
Yep.
Eventually, we just compromised at the actual top 5 show list for games that we're going to talk about at length.
Yeah, and as this goes along, it'll be easier because the games we review, we will both play, and we're able to come up with a list through that. But we just both wrote our 5 favorite games, and we fused our list.
And we just put in whatever we really wanted on the list, but didn't get on there for our top 5. We just put it in as honorable mentions, which we will cover in between number 2 and number 1.
And 2 of these games actually got pushed up because we both really liked them over games that only one of us liked.
Correct.
So, everything of that out of the way, we're going to start with number 5.
That was lame.
It was lame?
Yeah, it was lame.
Should I not do it?
Yeah.
Should I go
Neither of us.
Number 5.
All right, so...
Number 5 is alive.
So because... Stop. So, because you did that, and I saw you were still that close to the mic, so I figured, oh my god, he's going to do it again if I don't stop him. So number 5 is something that I wanted on my list, but I was not terribly okay with coming on this list, because you have not played it, we didn't talk about it on the show.
That's fine,
but
you talk about it, man.
You were just convinced, because you could not come up with the top 5. I said I wanted it to be Spider-Man. It's not Spider-Man.
It's not.
Though it has to do with insects.
Does it?
Yeah. And also, I also didn't want this on there, because... It's kind of a cheat, because it did come out a while ago, not this year. But it only came out this year as its proper, complete Oh My God edition on PS4, and also a complete edition on Switch, which is kind of where it belongs, kind of not. It's Hollow Knight. A incredibly fun, kind of Dark Souls-y, kind of Metroidvania.
Yeah, I heard it was one of those new Dark Souls, Metroidvania, that they keep pushing.
Well, Dark Souls-ish in the sense that it has very hard bosses, and it's
Is anything that's ridiculously hard lately just considered Dark Souls-ish?
If it's an action RPG.
Okay. Wouldn't that also be Oni, then?
Oni.
The little weird white animal that goes through all the levels.
No, that's a platformer.
Is it a platformer?
Yeah, it's a platformer. What are you talking about? Yeah, Oni, the Dark Souls of video games. And by the by, it's Ori.
Oh, is it Ori?
Anyway.
I only played it once.
Wow. I have talked about Hollow Knight for maybe 2 seconds and we're already on the other thing. This is going to be a great list. So Hollow Knight, I don't want to say too much about it because I envision a lot of these top 5 lists are to help confirm with people about, we thought these games were good and we want to analyze them a bit more. But also for people who haven't gotten them, who are need to be reassured, yes, this is a great game that came out this year. And the best things about Hollow Knight, like a lot of things about Dark Souls, but even more so, is experiencing everything for yourself. And basically talking about nearly nothing. And letting players just say, yes, it is absolutely worth it to go through all of this. Yes, it's
Here's a question I have for you. Mm-hmm. Dark Souls 3 came out this year, right?
No.
No, it didn't?
I'm almost certain it did.
I'm pretty sure it did.
I'm almost certain it did not. I'm almost certain it came out in 2017.
If it came out this year, would it be on your list?
Yeah, it would be, but that's why I didn't even consider it, because it didn't come out this year. It came out in 2016, you idiot.
Oh, did it? Okay. Man, this episode's just me being an idiot.
I was still in my other apartment, so that's why I knew it didn't come out this year.
Oh, I kind of want to restart this episode.
Oh.
Nah.
Okay.
No.
The trash is part of this podcast. Anyway,
you like Hollow Knight
Hollow Knight is super
enough
fun.
to put it on your list, and you think that people should get it.
It was definitely on my list beforehand, before I had to compromise with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I the only thing is I just didn't want to put it on this list because, like I said, it didn't technically come out this year. It just came out on the Switch and PS4 this year.
If it's the first year it came out somewhere, I find that acceptable.
This is the first time, this is the first year I have experienced it.
Okay.
And that's why I'm saying...
It's also the first year for Switch.
Yeah, so that's good. It's very fun. It's super rewarding. If you like Dark Souls or you like Metroidvania, or hell, if you like me and you like both, this is definitely worth it.
Okay.
And this is me more telling you that than us discussing that. But go ahead.
But next one we can discuss. And
We-
and if you know that we're recording these in succession, you'll know we just fucking did.
And you're actually probably going to be disappointed that we are, because you're probably listening to this 2 weeks from that session.
Smash!
That's smashy.
Super Smash Bros.
And I don't like putting games that came out in December on these lists.
I get it, but it's been long enough. I think that Smash is just Smash, that we know what to fucking expect.
And for the rest of these, we are mainly talking about games that we have at least talked about on the show.
Yes. No. No, actually no. There's one we didn't. There's two we didn't. Yeah, there's two we didn't.
Anyway. So
that's good. This is the last game. No, there's only this one and another one we talked about in the show.
I'm almost certain we talked about all of these at some point.
Nope.
Anyway, Smash.
I love this episode.
We're very tired.
Oh yeah, Smash.
We're burned out on funny stuff because we did just record our previous episode.
Smash is it's Super Smash Brothers. What do you want me to say? It's fucking Smash Bros. If you've ever played it before, you love it. If you haven't, you really should play it.
It's very fun. That's about it.
Yeah,
We talked about
the
what we
character
need to talk
roster.
about.
It's larger than it's ever been. It has all of the characters that's ever been in the game plus more. You can do a lot of customizations, although you should have more customizations. In my honest opinion, you should be able to choose what.
I'm certain there's more coming.
You should be able to choose what summons you want and what Pokeballs you want.
It'll come.
But other than that, it's a pretty fun game. The single player mode kind of sucks balls, but that's not what people are going for.
So hey, is what it is.
Yes.
Super fun. I mean, I don't have much to say about it that I didn't say about it on the previous episode. It is incredibly fun to play. Online mode needs to be tweaked, but that's a very temporary issue.
This next one, though, we both have a lot to talk about.
Do we?
Yes, and it's never been on the show before. Number 3.
We never really talked. You
We
are
never talked about this on the show.
Absolutely certain.
I'm positive, 100% certain, we have never talked about number 3 on the show.
Okay, what is number 3?
Number 3 is Monster Hunter World.
I thought it was going to be Goober's Fun Time. I had to come up with that name really quick.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so no, number 3 is Monster Hunter World.
We talked at length about the game to each other, but we never talked about it on the show.
Yeah, okay. I'm confused.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World, I had to remember it came out this year because we played it at the start of the year, did we not?
Yeah. It was close to the start. Yeah, it was a very early
It's
release.
a game that I refuse to pick up. I pre-ordered it at the very last second, basically because you kept talking up about the demo and
because
how much
it was
you loved
super fun.
And it was like, you know what? If we could play together and I have someone to play a game with you, great. And I pre-ordered it, and oh my god, I became fucking addicted to it.
Yeah, more so than I. You definitely got further and faster than I do, which tends to happen sometimes with these games.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because I tend to spread myself pretty thin.
If I get into a game, I'm fucking into it.
Yeah, I have to take breaks.
I did get burned out after the first Elder Dragon.
But
by that point.
But that's a fine point to get burned out and then come back.
Yeah.
This game is incredibly fun. If you are there, this game has been incredibly popular from word go on both PS4 and PC.
Yeah, which is funny because I think most people that are grabbing it haven't even played the other fucking games.
And that's the point: is that Monster Hunter's always been on these. I don't want to say I was about to say obscure.
It's been very beginner unfriendly.
It's that B. It was on Wii at one point. It was mainly on the DS for the longest time.
Yeah,
purely mobile games that weren't helping with the scale it required.
Honestly, if it came out for Switch, I might pick it up again.
Yeah, I'm considering picking it up again now for basically no reason.
Yeah,
because it is just that much fun to just go around with your friends and hunt monsters. I mean, this game has had its own popular sect for the longest time, who have just been saying listen, it's so worth it if you just do this and just kind of grind through. And it's like that doesn't work until you release it on, I don't know, a game console with a controller that doesn't cut your hands as you use it. And so, as it started off on PS4, it obviously exploded. PC, it
Here's the
exploded
thing.
even further.
Here's the thing.
Even with the rocky start the PC version had.
It made it very beginner friendly, which everyone tells me that played old Monster Hunter games. I don't have any experience with that. What I do have experience with is the fact that every time you pick up a different weapon, it's a new game.
Yeah.
Every weapon has a different control style and makes it a completely different game to play.
Though that is also true of previous Monster Hunter games.
Yeah, which I don't have experience in.
Right, but I'm just saying that's not.
If you start to get bored with one weapon and not having fun, switch to another weapon, and it is I'm not joking about this. It is a different fucking game.
Do you want to play a shooter?
Yeah.
Do you want to play a melee?
Yeah.
Do you want to play Spider-Man?
Maybe.
It is very rewarding, incredibly fun, especially with friends that you can set up possible groups with. Now, you say it is very beginner friendly. In comparison to other Monster Hunter games, that is definitely true.
That is true.
But there is a bit of obtuse.
This game is not for the impatient.
No.
You will get your shit pushed in by the most unfair ways.
Yeah,
what did I say?
The impatient.
Did I say impatient?
I think you did.
This game's not for the impatient. You will get your shit pushed in by so many unfair ways.
The Impatient, that also came out this year.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, shit pushed in. You were saying.
Shit pushed in so many unfair ways. This game is unfair. You eventually learn to accept the fact that this game is unfair.
That this game is going to occasionally dick you in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine, because occasionally you will dick monsters in the face.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
I'm going to turn you
That's why I love the bow and arrow, because no matter what monster I fight, I can always push their shit in.
Yeah. It's very rewarding, but that's true with any weapon that you've gotten significantly good with.
Oh yeah. Like my best two were bow and arrow and the sonic hammer.
If you are ever,
do you know why I call it the sonic hammer?
Because
I do the sonic spin.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, if you have any desire to play this game, it's a great time to now. They're just patching a lot of things up. There's a new special event thing coming out. Related to The Witcher 3.
I think I saw something on that.
I have no idea what it's about, but I'm in.
I haven't touched it for a few months, but yeah, I played it for a long time before I set it down.
Yep. So yeah, it's if you're ever looking to get into Monster Hunter in general, you're probably not hearing anything new by me telling you the Monster Hunter world on either PS4. I'm not sure if it came out on Xbox. I don't think it did.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Or on PC. It is super fun.
Yeah.
Now, actually, there actually is a neat thing I wanted to talk about. Is that on the unlikely chance that you're listening in from China, you may have a bit of an issue with that.
Why?
China has a very interesting stipulation when it comes to games about a maturity ratings.
Okay.
No exposed bones.
Really?
Yep. So, if you actually look, and I first learned about this when I was playing League of Legends, and there's a character that is a skeleton.
Yeah.
And he's a robed skeleton. All of his Chinese sprites and artwork had to be entirely reworked to give him a little bit of skin and cover up his face. Because no bones.
Okay.
No exposed bones and no context. And so, what do you pick up in Monster Hunter?
Bones.
Yeah.
So what do you pick up in China?
I don't fucking know. It was banned for a while. I don't know the exact context. That's just what I don't know exactly what happened and what was the future of that. I'm assuming it was there was a censored version released. That's
I'd imagine. Next one is one we haven't talked about on the show either.
Come on. I'm sure we did.
We did not.
Fuck.
You do.
I don't pay.
I listened to every fucking episode the other day. We did not talk about this show either.
I don't
game either. Excuse me.
I don't listen when we talk. Now, this is actually a game that's second on our list, but I want to mention that
it was number one on your list.
It was number one on my list, and the number one on this list was my number two.
Yes, and number two is
another game you haven't played.
God of Boy, and yes, I have played it.
Only a tiny bit.
No, I played it. I played it for a bit after you left.
Where'd you get to?
I didn't get very far, but I did play.
There we go.
I enjoyed what I played, though.
Okay, that's fine. So this is a game that thankfully the remake has matured with its audience. Because I played the original God of War when I was the exact right age. I was a stupid edgy teenager.
It wasn't
and now I'm a stupid edgy adult.
I had a good time with the originals. It just wasn't that
compelling.
Yeah.
Kratos is a fucking asshole who kills things. Woo!
But from what I've played of the new God of Boy, it's
far more mature. It's far more controlled.
Dad of Boy.
Dad of Boy. That kind of sums things up. It's an excellent. It's the game that for the longest time this year, after with all these debacles with multiplayer games, particularly EA and Battlefront, proved it's like people want single player experiences.
Yeah.
I just want to sit down and travel along with Kratos and Boy.
There's something really fucking cathartic about calling your axe back.
Yeah. Oh no.
And it might just be the sound effect, but it feels so good every time I call it back.
So it was single-handedly one of the most complicated thing to program that I've heard.
Seriously?
In the game. It was because all the different paths, how it has to prioritize enemies in front of it when you're calling it back, but not go like hit all of them because you can't. So that is entirely appreciated. It is one of the funnest things.
From what I played, it was my favorite thing to do. I guess
to brain people with axes.
His chains are in it?
So yeah, slight spoiler.
Spoil the shit out of it, please.
Okay. So midway through, Atreus gets sick, and they have to go to Hell, which it's Norse mythology, so it's cold.
So there is a Hela.
No, there's no Hela. There's just Hell. We'll get to that.
Okay.
It's just
no Hela.
It's Helheim. There's a question. There's a question to be answered.
Okay.
Because there's a Helheim. It's super cold, and they specifically say your frost S will be useless, and no flame in all the 9 realms can burn there. It was like, I guess I gotta go find a flame that's not from the 9 realms. and there's a scene of him going home to dig up the blades.
What? He goes back to Greece?
No, I'm sorry. The home in Midgard.
Oh!
He brought it's under the floorboards in the home at the start. He doesn't go back to Greece. There's nothing like that.
So why is his arms bleeding? I thought his chains was inside his arms.
Yeah. Because he ripped them out.
Oh, so his arms just continuously forever bleed because he ripped his chains out?
Oh, I think it's just always the same bandages that he has. He's not bleeding. It's just the bandages are dirty.
He just never changed his bandages?
I guess so. It's Kratos. Do you expect that?
No, I guess not.
So he gets the chains back, and that's your secondary moveset. So you have the axe, you have the fists, and you have the chains.
Cool.
It's fun. So you didn't hear the proper spoiler then? The proper end-to-end spoiler.
That Thor's in it?
No.
What's up?
Who's Atreus?
He fucks a god from there, doesn't he?
Atreus?
No, fucking Kratos.
Yeah.
Isn't Atreus the son of 2 gods?
Kinda.
Kratos and
Okay, so Atreus' real name is Loki.
What?
Yeah, I'm happy that I can actually. You said spoil it, and I could get this from you. So
wait, so Loki isn't in this world. This is the birth of Loki.
Atreus is Loki.
Fuck.
Period. And his mom is you hear Kratos call her Faye at some point.
Yeah.
And her full name is Laufey, which is Loki's proper giant mother. She is a giant, not a god.
Oh, okay.
And so, I forget what Loki's dad's name is, but he's described as this cute. No, Loki's.
Oh wait.
You're thinking Marvel Loki, which is not at all.
Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm sorry. Go back. Wait, so Kratos isn't his father?
He is. Kratos is definitely Atreus' dad, and he is Loki. Kratos is Loki's father.
Okay.
And they're changing up the myth a bit because Loki's proper father in the myth is just describes as, I believe, there's this like giant.
Yeah. Okay.
This angry fire giant, pretty much. Which,
right,
hey, Kratos.
Kratos fucked a giant.
We've also established that giants are not necessarily actually huge.
I get that. So Kratos fucked a giant.
Named Laufey, who he calls Faye, and that is Loki.
Oh, okay.
Loki is their kid. It is Loki. And there's a lot of hints. More particularly that Loki is the father of wolves.
Okay. And what did he do?
He wears a wolf pelt at the beginning. The first summon you get is wolves.
Okay.
Wolves show up. Diseased wolves show up the second Atreus starts being a shithead.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the first thing he asks when Kratos tells him, I'm a god and therefore you are, is, can I turn into a wolf? So he is Loki.
Alright, back up a second.
And
here.
Loki's kids,
okay,
the ones that are known, are
Fenris.
Well, there's 4. There's Fenris,
There's the World Serpent.
Fenrir.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, Fenris or is Fenris or Fenrir?
It's
I
a
forget.
wolf.
It's a wolf. It's the wolf of Ragnarok.
There's the
whole-
wolf
there's
that
the whole-
gets
there's-
tied up. There's the World Serpent. and then there's-
Jormungandr, who is in the game and is weird time sort of thing, but also says Atreus seems familiar at some point. And who Atreus calls at the end to help them.
Doesn't he get? Does he get strapped down by his children's entrails at some point?
At some point, I'm sure. And slept near the horse, who Loki is mother to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Hela, who has not made any sort of appearance.
Because she's not born yet.
Yeah, why would she? It's a fucking kid. So it's really confusing, and it's also saying, like, we're going to screw up with the mythology.
And Loki killed Baldur.
And Loki killed Baldur.
Oh my god.
But in this case, it's in... Hey, top 5 list, people. We're talking about God of War.
That's so neat. Oh god.
Whereas... And someone also mentioned to this.
And someone...
Did you meet the Witch in the Woods? When you got
Yes, I did.
You know who that is? It's Freya.
Yeah, Thor's wife, right?
No.
No?
What are you thinking of?
I don't know anymore. I got my Norse mythology messed up.
So there's 2 kinds of gods. Aesir and Vanir. Freya and her husband Od are...
No,
Vanir.
Freya. Okay, I know who Freya is now. Okay, yeah, she's basically like the summer huntress goddess, right?
No.
And Frey's basically it's Frey and Freya, right?
Yeah, her brother.
And aren't they like...
Freya is kind of the goddess of a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's kind of a joke that she's the goddess of nearly everything.
Yeah.
To an extent. But in this case, she's more emphasizing the magic part and the nature guardian part of the character.
Yeah, yeah.
In this
They're
case,
both basically like gods of nature, basically.
anyway, so in this case, in the proper mythology, Baldur, the god of light, is a son of Odin and Frigg. In this universe, they demonstrate that Frigg is Freya, and that's sort of a nickname for her, is Frigg. But they are one and the same. And Odin is presumably Odd, Freya's proper husband. So Baldur is their son, but while as in the mythology, he was a quiet, beautiful, kind, loving god. This one is kind of an asshole.
Shoot me in the face.
But
in the face.
But
right here, in the face.
Similarly, yes, Shooty McShootface. Face McShooty. But in this one, it is determined that Freya's thing of going around to the universe and making so nothing can hurt him.
Yeah.
Also has the side effect of him not feeling pain.
Yes.
And not feeling anything.
Oh shit.
He doesn't feel hunger. He can't taste anything. He doesn't feel...
So he becomes basically a psychopath.
He becomes understandably.
Yeah.
You are sense numb, and he begs her to take it off, and she doesn't.
Oh,
because nope, because I can't turn it off and make you feel things, but still make you.
And he kills him with mistletoe, right?
So in the proper mythology, Loki essentially kills Baldur as a joke because he thinks it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
Because he makes it so like, hey, people can just throw shit at Baldur all day, and he doesn't feel nor get hurt.
Yeah.
But then he makes a thing of mistletoe after figuring that out, and has someone else throw.
Mistletoe's the one thing that the mother did not ask if Baldur could not hear Baldur.
Correct. And so.
Yeah.
But in this case, it is a scene in which. He gets a bunch of mistletoe arrows, does Atreus.
Yeah. And
at one point, Freya sees these, and not knowing who she is or who Baldur is, she burns them. Because it's like, just don't ask me, but you can't have those. That's the thing. And they're like, okay, can you give me new arrows? It's like, sure. But they missed one arrowhead that Atreus had broken off to repair something on his chest. Baldur punches him in the chest, and...
Fuck.
And no, it doesn't kill him. It turns it off.
Oh.
And then you kill him.
Oh. Okay.
You should watch this scene. Like, even if you're not caring about spoilers, you should watch, honestly, just
I don't care about spoilers. This is just neat to hear.
And now.
I know a lot of people had problems, though, because it ends where it seems like it should have been the final boss.
Because Baldur is a weird final boss.
Yeah, and...
Because he is the thing that...
They did the same thing in God of War 2, though. Where, right before you fight Zeus, the game ends.
It's setting up for sequels. And it has to, because you don't even see Odin, and he's like the cornerstone of fucking everything. It's like never seeing Zeus.
I'd imagine Game 2 would be about fighting Thor, and Game 3 would probably be about fighting Odin.
And one of these, you better fucking move the reins from Kratos to Atreus. I'm waiting on this.
Yeah, but what else would he do besides shoot arrows?
he takes up the axe. And he's a bit more... And Kratos is a proper brawler. Atreus is subversive. He's fast and he's accurate.
I guess.
I don't know. We'll see. There's no point in speculating now.
Boy.
Boy.
I'm glad I'm glad you really like the game.
It's incredibly fun, and
it sounds really neat. It sounds like they thought about a lot of this.
I even understanding, like, I'm only glazing over, like, the main things in the story.
Yeah.
You can still go back and play and still be surprised.
Is Atreus a little shit by the end, or does he
not by the end? He has a moment in which he's a little shit, and and Kratos tells him to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down and listen to me, boy.
Because he realizes what Kratos did, and Kratos is like, "You don't want to be me."
Pretty much. Pretty much. You know, he tells me he's a god, and then there's the reveal later on. I was like, I did some shit. There's a moment in which, like, it's like Atreus saying, like, we would never kill anyone who didn't deserve it, right? And then Kratos just looks like, and moves the conversation on.
Oh.
It's hilarious. So the game is super enjoyable. It's been winning Game of the Year everywhere.
I mean, I haven't played it. I probably will never play it all the way through.
Come on, do it.
Do it. But I see why.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's just one of those games that I just...
I'm sorry that one of these turned into us rambling about this game.
That's fine.
Mainly because this and Monster Hunter are probably the ones we're going to talk about the most, just because we didn't talk about them before on the show.
Yeah. And before we get to a game we have talked about on the show, let's do some honorable mentions.
Hey! Can you read that?
Pillars of Eternity 2.
Hey, so you never touched this, and you probably never will, and I don't blame you, because it's not your game.
I don't know anything about it.
That's fine. It's Pillars of Eternity. It's a Infinity Engine? Yeah, I think Infinity Engine is the
Unity?
correct term. No, not Unity.
Okay.
Infinity. It's the same sort of thing as...
So it doesn't work together, it just has infinite. Got it.
Yep. So it is top-down, Baldur's Gate-esque strategy RPG.
Okay.
Proper D&D stuff.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Okay. So it's Pillars of Eternity 1 came out a few years ago after a Kickstarter backer thing with Obsidian.
Okay.
You know, my love child. And so Pillars of Eternity 2 came out this year in June, and it's just as good, if not better, as the original, with more expansions and good stuff, and yay.
Nice.
Woo!
Next one is Spooderman. That's it.
Spooderman. That's great.
I had swinging is much better than I thought it'd be. I really enjoyed it. I don't like any of the side content. Well, not any of the side content. I like every time I do another mission for Harry, I just kind of lose my fucking mind. But
I got them done nice and quick.
I enjoy the content. I enjoy the swinging. I enjoy the pictures.
This reminds me, I actually have not played any of the DLCs that have come out.
I haven't either.
I probably should.
I might go back to it. I need to finish more of it up.
Yeah. Next one up is Stellaris.
Stellaris.
You spelled that really wrong.
I do not give a flying fuck.
That's fine. This is also another one that is mainly for me and not for you. I just realized it goes me. No, it goes me, both of us, me, both of us, you. For our honorable mentions.
The last... Oh, whatever. Just talk
about
Sturtle.
Sturtle. Stellaris technically didn't come out this year, but I felt the need to mention it because both this year got it 2 proper paid-for expansions and 2 proper huge updates that significantly changed the game. It's a Steam-based. It's by Paradox Interactive, my other bay. It's a strategy game about making your own spacefaring empire, a la Star Trek, a la Star Wars, a la 40K, basically trying to do all of the stereotypes.
Yeah.
It's incredibly fun. Play it if you have any interest in space and or strategy.
Next up is Octopath Traveler.
Yay!
I had a lot of fun with this. I think you did too.
Yeah. Its story is basically negligible, but
yeah, the combat's fun. I like the fact that you have to break people down to different weapons. I did lose interest in it after a while, though.
Yeah, because I think there was no real heart to it.
Yeah,
I mean, I enjoyed the characters.
If it was a story I gave a shit about, other than just 8 separate stories that kind of just are generic as fuck.
Yeah, but the ultimate gameplay and party structure of the JRPG is solid, and the artwork is phenomenal.
Yeah. So if you're looking for something to do on the Switch, like pick up and go as you're doing it, Octopath Traveler is the perfect way to go.
Well, there's a lot of things, but Octopath Traveler is up there too.
Yeah. And Mario Tennis.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Until
Smash came out, it was my designated Switch game to pull out and play with people.
I wouldn't have said.
What?
I wouldn't have put it on my honorable mentions. No, it's fun. It's fun.
You had a fun time with us.
I had a fun time with it, but I don't know.
All right, man. I really did.
Oh, another honorable mention, Red Dead 2. Sadly didn't make the list.
Yeah, it didn't. But you know what did at number 1? Fallout 76! Oh, man, I've never played a game this good before, man.
Oh, hold on. Let me just grab out a pen so I can stab David. No.
Just all the different bugs and glitches, and the game constantly freezing on everyone.
Oh, and you hear that? That's my nylon bag that
and I got. And the fact that there was no human NPCs to talk to whatsoever, even though everyone was told there wasn't. Oh, it just made it so great.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And the fact that
this joke is running dry. Shut the fuck up, please.
I know.
So obviously, number 1 is Red Dead 2.
We actually had 3 separate episodes talking about Red Dead 2.
No, 4.
4 now. You're right.
Woo! It's a good game. It's a good game.
Online hasn't changed yet, but they've just recently released the gold bars.
Oh, thank God. Microtransactions.
And I haven't fucking spent a single gold bar yet.
I'm not going to buy any.
I bought the deal, and that's it.
Right.
I'm at currently 60-something, I think.
Yeah.
And I just have no interest in buying anything gold. It's still in beta. There's still nothing out for it yet, but it's a game I keep going back to play.
Because it's fun.
Yeah, and
it's fun either to roam around and make people's lives miserable, or get into multiplayer matches and actually make people's lives miserable.
I'm almost up to max honor again online. I was very
Don't ruin this for me.
I was very, very bad boy for a very, very long time, and
I'm better now.
People learned some very harsh lessons from me, Mark.
Who was it? It was like,
I will say it's the online. During this terrible holiday season, I picked it up and I've honestly done nothing but hunt and fish for 3 hours, and it was so calming to me. It got me through some really bad days this holiday season, and not many games can do that.
Yep.
And there's so much about Red Dead that, even just doing online or going back to story mode, there's just so much to pick it up and do. The biggest fault in it that's still pleasant to this day is the lack of fast travel, though.
Yeah, well, there is fast travel. It's just only at certain points, and it costs money.
Yeah, and that's terrible. And they really should fucking fix that.
But then again, actually moving around the world with your horse is very fun.
It is, but at the end of the game, where your camp is literally in the bumfuck center of the woods, and you have to ride to get anywhere, fuck that game.
We've mentioned this before, that the game takes a certain dip in quality after Chapter 4.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point of the story, but still, you have to suffer through it.
But out of everything bad you can say about it, it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
It is little niggles and bugs flicked off the edges.
Yes, and
as opposed to a great core.
For a hunting simulator alone, I love it so much. Ugh. And there's something very, very cathartic about seeing your character just ripping flesh off of animals. And I don't know if that says something to me.
All right, thanks everyone for joining us.
But it's just really satisfying to see such a detailed, animal dressing.
Yeah, I can say that Rockstar has made it very clear that they polished everything in this game to a certain degree.
Especially the balls.
Yeah. And the shit.
My horse won't stop shitting. It will not stop shitting.
When are you eating? Who said you could eat?
Yeah, right. I should probably stop feeding it mushrooms and shit I find off the ground.
Oh my god.
That might be it. Oh my god, that might be it.
Oh my god, shut up. It's not it. Okay, alright.
One more thing I am going to say, because they need to fix this. The weight system is still fucked.
It's hard to gain weight.
It's so fucked. And online, I am always underweight. And,
wouldn't be that big of a deal if it didn't have a gameplay impact.
I don't think there's a way to actually get back to average weight anymore.
Oh, there has to be.
I don't think there is, because
find some animals and just gorge.
I eat nothing but, meat. I'll eat, 2 pieces of meat every time.
Also, see, there's your issue. You gotta eat the carrots.
Gotta eat the carrots.
Oh.
But yeah, ultimately, it's a fun game. Nothing that's wrong about it brings it down too much. And
we have now 4 episodes of us talking about how great this game is.
It is the game, in my opinion, it's the game of 2018. As good as you like Dad of Boy.
God of War, Boy of Dad,
Yeah.
Dad of Four.
I still think it's probably the game of 2018. It's a defining game.
I would put God of Boy above it just for solid single player experience and the fact that there's promise of more.
That's fine.
But yeah, Red Dead is definitely a good choice.
I know I've asked you this before, but never on the podcast, I don't think. Would you be okay if they added Mexico and
Re-released Red Dead 1 in this engine?
In this game?
Yes, I'm not sure if I would get it though.
If it was...
Or I'm not even sure even
if
I
it
would
was
get it, I
a
would play it.
$20 expansion where it added Mexico to both story modes, the Red Dead 2 one and the new Red Dead one, and online would have to be free, but
Right. Now, there was a thing I saw, I forgot who it was. It was someone on YouTube who asked questions. It's like, hey, this question about Red Dead 2. Would you rather see Mexico or Red Dead 2 Undead Nightmare? And it was close to 50-50. I think Undead Nightmare slightly beat out Mexico when I looked at it.
you see, alright, so in the original Red Dead, I love Undead Nightmare.
I do too.
However, thinking about Red Dead 2, I would not enjoy a Nightmare because the traveling sucks. Fair. Because you could fast travel from any campsite you set up in the original Red Dead. So you can get to zombie attacks quick. In this one, getting to a zombie attacks will be a fucking undead nightmare.
No, okay, now what if it is not exactly Undead Nightmare, but a certain kind of expansion that's sort of more silly and
Let me ask you
shooting
this.
gallery-like?
Would you like an undead nightmare for story mode or an undead nightmare
Story mode.
for
Story
online?
Mode. Story mode. I want to see Arthur come back.
Oh yeah, they should do Arthur.
I just thought of something. You could do Undead Nightmare. You could just do it is the plot of Undead Nightmare, and John's doing his thing, but West Elizabeth and that part of the map is cut off, and you're Arthur raised from the dead in the proper Red Dead 2 map, the parts of the Red Dead 2 map that aren't in RDR1.
You could do that, yeah.
It's
Because
just
if they brought back the original Undead Nightmare, they would obviously need Mexico because that's where the nightmare comes from.
Yeah.
As in the curse, not in the fact that Mexico's a nightmare. Never mind, fuck it.
Anyway, I would like to see more of this, and there's no point in speculating.
I would rather
this.
have a Mexico, if you ask me.
That's fine.
Especially if they added stranger missions down there.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, would you like some story? Yes, sir, I would like some more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super fun. Definitely deserves Game of the Year for a lot of people.
It's because, wait, in the original Red Dead, you couldn't go back there until they built a bridge, right?
You couldn't go there, yeah.
To Mexico, right? That's
Right.
That was the game block, the fact that there was no bridge, right?
Right, and then RDR2, they just dealt away with that, being like, yeah, it's just...
There's no bridge.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
That's the point.
Okay.
You have to glitch over to Mexico.
Well, that's the thing. I don't remember how we originally got there. If we just rode
Oh.
there, or if they built a bridge, or
In RDR1, you had to take a boat downriver to get to the other side of the river.
you did?
Yep.
Oh,
And there
okay.
was a shooting mission with Irish, actually. And then you got to his side, you got a thing down there.
There was a character named Irish, wasn't there?
And he is a way worse Irish stereotype than the one we got now. Poor Sean.
I forget so much. Like, the only thing I remember about Red Dead is, like, I was in a Mexican Revolution, and there was a farm girl, Bonnie, who's in online, by the by.
Yeah.
She has her own mission in online.
She should be super young right now.
Not really.
Should be it. What? This takes place like 99.
All right, let me see. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
RDR1
I think she's Marston's age. Because she never got married, but she kept pining after John.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
It is how it is.
But, yeah, so there's a reason why it's so high on both our list, and there's a reason why it's so talked about, like, everywhere.
We're probably not convincing anyone to go play it. You already are.
I know.
Well,
but
unless you're so adamant that our opinions won't change anything.
if you haven't played it, I...
Highly recommend it, but
Yeah.
what I said.
I honestly would not. One thing I would not suggest is that you don't play 1. If you haven't played the original Red Dead Redemption, please
don't play this.
Take my word and do not touch that game. I'm serious. Do not touch Red Dead 1, and if you're about to play 2.
Oh, I was going to say the other thing.
All I feel is that Red Dead 2, 1 does nothing but harm Red Dead 2. I think Red Dead 2 is a much better game if you do never touch the first one.
Okay.
Do you not agree with me?
I disagree.
You
play
disagree?
Red Dead 1.
I highly disagree. Do not touch 1. Do not look up anything about 1 and just play 2.
Don't think about 1.
And then after you beat 2, go then play 1.
For what purpose?
For what purpose is the fact that you know everything that's going to happen if you play 1. If you play 2 from a beginner's perspective, I believe it's much better.
But a certain dramatic irony is kind of necessary.
I don't think so. I think that having no dramatic irony, I think just going into it as a new person and playing it in chronological order would be much better.
You talk for a living.
I know. Shut the fuck up.
Anyway. Okay, I disagree. I honestly just think that the whole point of kind of knowing what happens to all these people, but not really knowing how to get there is
if you didn't know what happened, do you think you were never shocked playing this game?
There were moments. I wasn't shocked that Dutch betrayed us. I wasn't shocked when Bill Williamson and Javier turned out to go with him.
What am I talking about?
What are you talking about?
We talked about this game 4 times.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I wasn't shocked when Micah turned out to be a douchebag.
So go pick up this game.
Anyway, yeah, it's a great game.
All right.
That's our top 5 list. It was a good year for me, not a great one for you.
Red Dead made up for a lot of it.
Okay.
But you guys have a happy New Year. And
Merry...
this comes out after Christmas.
This will come out after Christmas.
So I hope you had a happy Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Hanukkah.
And if you got any of these in your stocking this year, you're probably too young to be listening to this podcast.
Happy New Year, everyone. See you in 2019.
Later.
Peace.